Pat?
Okay. All right. That was just a quick 2-minute discussion. What if questions did you ask a class to get them thinking of stepping? Well, right. Sorry, then.
What if you get on scene or wherever you go and first responders, like EMS stuff already there, then what do? Do you step in and help? Do you wait, see what they're doing? What do you do next?
Yeah, I think that's-
Ask them, do you need help? If not, I'll stay out of your way.
Very good. Yeah, that's a good discussion. I like that. Yes.
Oh, we're talking about, like, looking at the tourniquet, controlling bleeding. It's like, what if you don't have a tourniquet?
Yeah. Exactly. We need one of those. How to make it through the spot or something else, the best you can anyway, something to slow it down, maybe not stop. With great pressure and everything else. Find something having a bit, rather than sitting there saying, oh, well, we can't, we have time. Discuss it.
What if you get to an incident and you have non-certified volunteers show up that outnumber the number of certified
Right. I forgot what they call that. What's the name for people that are just volunteers and
Emergent.
Spontaneous.
Unaffiliated, spontaneous.
Spontaneous, untrained volunteer.
yes, so let's just say, okay, you have something go on, there's a, well, let's do West fire explosion. Fertilizer plant blows up right in the middle of town, the nursing home's right there, the elementary school's right there. All the people were running that way, towards, some weren't trained people and some were just people that have to be walking out when it happened. And you've got, yes, and you show up and you've got maybe your CERT volunteers, you got your the people that are supposed to start doing a task, whether it's damage assessment on the elementary school, whatever it is. And other people just walking by, and joining in. Good question. What if, that's a problem, that's a more like most likely probability like that it will happen. People will show up that haven't been called. Oh, I heard that y'all need volunteers. We all, I called my whole church and the whole group's coming over. We're all coming to help. We just want to help. We're just here to help. What do y'all think? You see such people?
Well, there's a specific ICS training. It's actually not ICS. It's an IS course on volunteer meeting.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Yeah,
the
but it's,
volunteer.
yeah,
Good.
it's an
It's
app
good.
course or something.
Disaster after disaster thing, where there's a lot of volunteers showing up and somebody's got to manage those volunteers. It's, so yes, if you have a sign in, sign out in a specific area where you're supposed to check in for accountability and you check off that they're not affiliated, associated, they don't have training, they don't have a background check, they have nothing new, they're just, maybe send them over there. I'm just kidding. See that kid over there? You can go over there. Now, there's probably a place for people that want to just help and they can sort through the donated clothes over there. There's a pile of clothes. We need some volunteers. They don't necessarily have to be trained to sort the clothes. But if they're gonna go assess damage, do medical treatments, do triage, something that takes a little training, a little background, and you want to be vetted, and it's gonna be interacting with people, you have to make sure they're not some weirdos. Somebody in there trying to take advantage of a disaster situation and do that. So somebody's got to be the gatekeeper. You do have to have somebody assigned, to be doing the sign in, sign out sheets, accountability before they're allowed into the scene. So getting your law enforcement to help cordon off the perimeter. They try to maintain the perimeter. That's not hard. People cross over sometimes when it says do not cross. But trying to keep the perimeter and trying to keep control. That's a good question. But yes, that's a really good one. And most likely it will happen. And as a CERT person, if you see people randomly showing up or walking in and crossing over, definitely let your team leader your supervisor, your person that you're supposed to be answering to, know right away. If you got radios, use the radios. Like, let's communicate. We got some unidentified volunteers showing up. They don't have on any, shirts saying what group they're with. They don't have their ID badge. Just showing up. That's big. That doesn't your story. What else? So see, that would start some really good discussion with your classes.
What if you're retreating a victim in the hospital?
Yeah, the hospital are aggressive. Yeah, somebody who's victim of the scene, but they're not maybe start off that way. Definitely, as a volunteer, we don't think about that. You're just a volunteer person trying to assess. Get out of there. Safety, number one, your safety, number one, we're gonna always keep bringing that back home that no matter what situation, you're not safe, you're out. You're out, let the professionals deal with it. Your safety is number one, you and your buddy, being safe is number one, that's it. No, nothing else. If the answer is no, you're not safe, you're not safe. It's no go, you get out. You say, gotta go. Next, move on to the next person, or go let somebody know to get out. Yeah, we are not, the whole goal of service, to keep our volunteers safe. They come to help, but they don't want them to get hurt while they're trying to help others. Whole reason this thing was formed in the first place. All right, so this unit, we learned the 3 ways that people learn: generally, auditory, visual, and doing. So writing, creating, doing, teaching. And teaching is the best approach to all of these. So if you hear it and you see it and you do it and you teach you teach it, then you remember it a lot longer. We didn't get to the learning. I think this was just extra handout just for you. I think it was yeah. Okay. And then here's the experiment. This is a good one. Check out the print. I thought it was going to be in here, but I guess I took it out. But we do like this one. This one's good. It talks about we only remember 10% of what we read. What kind of that? How many textbooks you had to read through your lifetime? Probably retain 10% of that knowledge from the biology textbook or whatever. But you're retaining about 20% of what you hear. So reading the chapter, then showing up for class, ready to go, and listening to the lecture. 30% retention. Yeah, still not gonna help you pass the test. You're then gonna need to do more, like 30% of what we see, you'll retain. So you're kind of getting up there. If you see the lecture, hear the lecture, see the slides, read the chapter. You've got all this, you're getting up there. Okay, 50% of what we hear and see, you're gonna remember. So there you go. That's kind of the usual class setting. You're hearing it and seeing. 70% of what we say, we participate. Give a speech, give an oral presentation, a written book report, writing is counts. If you write up a summary of what you just did, you'll remember 70% better. 90% of what we say and do. So that's why we want to incorporate the teach facts and everything we're doing. We don't have their assignments yet for the topic. Not yet. That's coming next, right? Okay. Pretty quick, you're going to find out what your topic is and get a little time to work with your study, I believe, I have a little time of work.
That will probably come up towards the end.
Towards the end of the day. So you'll get a little time to start prepping and getting together how you want to reinforce what your in your class. We're seeing, hearing, doing, how you're going to make it memorable. And you refer back to this pyramid. Creating a positive learning environment, again, you kind of out it, that's not really in your control today or tomorrow or Sunday when you're teaching back. We're in here and we've got a good learning environment. This is a learning environment. So, and you can, but we did learn how it's important that your students feel emotionally comfortable, physically comfortable, intellectually stimulated, and stretched, but not intimidatingly. Good balance. And then we learned about how to motivate, reinforce, and to use that repetition. Constantly bring it back to safety and life safety and greatest good most people and life, property, environment, and we're just gonna continually bring it back to that's the main focus here on every unit. So repetition is gonna help you, and repetition on anything that you think is really important, just keep bringing it back over and over and over again, and they'll get the idea that that's important. Some of the other stuff's just fun facts on the side, but the main thing is the main thing. All right. This unit, we talked about why you need to be an evaluator, because your evaluation, is what your name's gonna be on it, the certificate. So being an evaluator is important because you're vetting your volunteers that are gonna be out in the community, responding, make sure they've got an idea about how to keep themselves safe, number one, how to help people the right way, right? So formal and informal ways to evaluate are to watch, questioning technique, watch as they're demonstrating, and just continue to kind of evaluate learning in authentic ways. Doesn't have to be a written test. Doesn't have to be a post-test. We do that. There is a search test, like a written test at the end of the course, like to get the basics in. There is one, but that's not the only way to evaluate if they got it. So we talked about open and closed-end questions, how to question. Sometimes you want to do the long discussion. Sometimes you want to ask a couple of closed questions, like what's one word answers. It's okay sometimes. So all kinds of questioning and how to give feedback and how to give it constructively, carefully. Trying to correct wrong answers, but without going to hurt your feelings too much. But yet you can't let a wrong answer just sit there and acknowledge you and sit there. But I don't think that's the right answer. It's not. So go back over the information and correct it gently. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's about it. All right. Are we doing our next thing on our schedule? Is it break or teach backs topics next? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you're up, right? Chuck?
All right.
And then I'm going to check in and.
Everybody stand up and face their part. Whose partners had onions for lunch? Well, we're going to talk about teach backs. What is a teach back? Teach back is your opportunity